Hi, this is Sue Jackson of the Book by Book blog, and today is the day. It's finally here, the kickoff to the Big Book Summer Challenge for 2025. If you've participated before, welcome back. If this is your first time, no worries. It is super easy and chill, just like summer itself. The idea is quite simple. A big book is any book with 400 or more pages, and you set your own goals, whether that's to read one big book during the summer, or two, or like I do, a whole stack, devoting my whole summer to big books. You can do it any way you want. It's your challenge to yourself. Last year we had record participation, and it kind of grew beyond my ability to manage on my own. Plus, we're going on an almost 6-week road trip this summer. And I won't even have cell service part of the time. So I needed help. So I am thrilled to announce that this year the Big Book Summer Challenge has a co-host, Melinda at A Web of Stories, who's an old virtual friend of mine from way back. We first met in the book blogging world where we both had book blogs and young kids, and we connected there more than 15 years ago and read each other's blogs and commented on each other's blogs and watched our kids grow up. And then when I moved to BookTube and Melinda also moved to BookTube, where being able to actually see and talk to each other, we've become even closer, and I am absolutely thrilled to share this with her. So you can check out Melinda's channel as well at A Web of Stories. She has her own kickoff video, and together we will be hosting the challenge this year. And as with last year, we have Big Book Summer merch. All kinds of things I've just added to the shop on Printify. There are all kinds of, there are ceramic mugs like that, but also travel mugs, insulated cups. There's an insulated wine cup, if that's what you like to sip on while you read. T-shirts, sweatshirts, tote bags, all kinds of things. Stickers, notebooks. I've got a few of my things here. I've had the car magnet actually since 2022, and it's still in fabulous shape. They're really well made. So I'll show you what it looks like on my car. I did get a t-shirt last year, but this year I added a V-neck t-shirt, so I just ordered one of those. I'll be sure to wear it on my channel when it arrives. I also bought a Big Book Summer notebook last year, which I absolutely loved and used to record a lot of the details of last year's Big Book Summer Challenge. And I can't find it anywhere. It is lost in my own house. This is not an unusual occurrence. I've also been searching for a missing pair of flip-flops, missing pajamas. I'm sure they're all in the same place, right? So I will find my Big Book Summer notebook, but for now you can see a photo of it. And last year we added Big Book Summer bookmarks that when you've got it tucked into your book, says read big books at the top. Lots of fun merch, so check it out. If there are items that you'd like that aren't what's shown there, I just ordered myself a phone case as well. If there are things that you want that are slightly different than what's there or a completely different item entirely, just let me know and I'll add it to the shop. So that's a fun aspect of Big Book Summer as well. Now, a quick history of how Big Book Summer began, and then we will get into the details, which are super, super simple. We simplified things for this year. So this began in 2011 on my own blog, just for myself. I declared it the summer of the big book. Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett had been sitting on my bookshelf for far too long, and I really wanted to read it. But it was 973 pages long, and that was intimidating. So in the middle of the summer in early July, I declared it on my blog my summer of the big book. And I ended up that summer reading Pillars of the Earth, which I loved. I reread Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, which was 759 pages long. And I read The Passage by Justin Cronin at 766 pages long. So my first big book summer was a success. Because I was talking about it on my blog, a lot of people expressed interest in doing it along with me. So the next year in 2012, I launched my very first Big Book Summer Challenge, and the rest is history. So this is the 13th year of the Big Book Summer Challenge. I've got a new co-host, and we simplified things for this year to make it even more fun and less hassle. Basically, as I said, you set your own goals. You decide what you want to read for Big Book Summer, and it only has to be 400 pages to count. It doesn't have to be a 1,000-page chunkster, but it can be. What we simplified this year was we eliminated signups. There are no official signups, which is kind of the way things are done here on BookTube. It was a little more complicated in the book blogging world generally, but I've simplified it. So this year, if you're here on BookTube and you're participating in Big Book Summer, please talk about it in your video and tag Melinda and I so that we will know that you're participating. That way we can visit your channel, give you a shout out, and follow along with your Big Book Summer adventures. If you make a video or if you're in the blogging world and you write a blog about Big Book Summer, we do still have the links list on my blog page, which is below in the notes. You can add your link there simply so that other people can find you, but it's not required. It's just a way to broaden your reach, share your Big Book Summer adventures, and let other people know what you're reading. This year, in addition to the Goodreads group that we've had for the last 4 or 5 years, we also have a Storygraph group due to some requests last summer. So I've set up the Goodreads group. Melinda has set up the Storygraph group. The links are down below. No matter where you're participating, on BookTube, in a blog, just as a reader, please check out the groups because they're a lot of fun all summer long. And historically in the Goodreads group, we get a lot, it remains active all summer with people talking about the big books they're reading, the big books they just finished, what they might want to read. And it's just really fun to see what everyone else is reading and comment on that. So it's a great community with a lot of fun big book chat all summer long. Here on BookTube and all over social media, when you talk about Big Book Summer, use hashtag Big Book Summer, and that will also help us and other people find you and communicate with you and connect with you about big books. What kind of books count? All books. Middle grade, young adult, graphic novels, audiobooks, ebooks, yes, they count. Any genre, any type of book, as long as it's 400 or more pages, it counts. So for audios or ebooks, just look online to see how many pages the print edition has. 400 or more, it's a big book. I forgot to mention that last year, one of my big books was Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry. When I said I was going to read that for Big Book Summer and June on the Range, so many people said they were going to read it as well that became our read-along book for Big Book Summer. And we had a Goodreads discussion thread on it, and so many people read it. That ended up being my #1 book of the year. So this year, I'm going to see how things go. There's always something that sort of floats to the top as the popular book or books of the summer that everybody wants to read. We'll see what happens, but I'm hoping within the first week or so to designate a read-along book. And if you would like some ideas of really great big books to read this summer, I've got lots of those. I have a list of big books on Bookshop, which I will share the link down below. And last summer, I made a video about big book recommendations, where I just pulled books off my shelf, basically reminiscing a lot about Big Book Summers past And I went through dozens of recommendations in a short video. So loads of ideas there for you. I will also link to my Big Book Summer wrap-up from last year at the end of the summer, so you can see what I read last year. But again, whatever you want to read is fine. It's up to you. You set your own goals. And that's it. Go to your own shelves and see what big books have been languishing there. I have so many books waiting to be read. I've got a whole waiting to be read bookcase, and one of the shelves now has double rows. I know, it's out of control. So this morning I pulled a bunch of books off of there. I won't get to all of these, but I like to have books to choose from during the summer. I will also be listening to big books on audio. Now, I devote my whole summer to this. Otherwise, I would never get through all of these bigger books. But you do you. So here's some of the books that I hope to read this summer. Thunderhead by Neal Shusterman. 2 summers ago, I think, I read Scythe, book 1 in this series. This is book 2, and I've been dying to read it. So really looking forward to it. This is YA, just over 500 pages, so YA tends to read a little quicker than some of the other big books. It'll be a good palate cleanser between some of my bigger big books. Next up on my list is Streets of Laredo by Larry McMurtry. Last year for Big Book Summer and June on the Range, this is a perfect fit. I read Lonesome Dove, the first book in this series. I loved it. It was my #1 book of the entire year. It made me sob twice. And it also made me laugh out loud. Just such an immersive, fabulous book. So my husband just gave this to me for Mother's Day. He's definitely going to read it as well. Really looking forward to reading the sequel to Lonesome Dove. Probably my first book for Big Book Summer will be Madame Bovary by Gustave Flaubert, because Melinda was doing a read-along of this in April and May. So I'm a little bit late, but I'm hoping to get in on the end of some of that discussion. And it's been on my list for way too long. This one's only 409 pages, although, as with most classics, they're kind of dense. Okay, I really want to get to this summer, but this is a hefty one. The Prince of Tides by Pat Conroy. You won't believe this, but I have never read any Pat Conroy. Nothing. So I'm really looking forward to this. I vaguely remember the movie. I don't really even remember what happened. I just remember watching the movie and enjoying it. This one earns its big book status. It is 688 hefty pages. So, yeah, I am hoping to get to this one this summer. Empire Falls by Richard Russo. I got this as a gift last year. Really want to read it. I think I had it on my big book summer list last year and didn't get to it. 481 pages, so not too bad. You'll see I've got a couple of giant books, so I'm trying to counter that with some in the 400-page range. Just got this one for Christmas last year, The Testaments by Margaret Atwood, her sequel to The Handmaid's Tale. We are watching the last season of A Handmaid's Tale right now. Best TV show ever made, seriously. It's just, everything about it is so good. I've really been wanting to read the sequel. Looking forward to this. And only 415 pages. This was a Christmas gift that I am dying to read, Bridge by Lauren Beukes. I have really enjoyed some of her other novels. The Shining Girls was outstanding, about a serial killer who can time travel. How do you catch a serial killer who can time travel? Last summer for Big Book Summer, I enjoyed her novel Afterland. This one sounds right up my alley. It is about a woman who discovers she can step into alternate realities. Oh, I love that kind of mind-bending novel. So I'm really looking forward to this. This is also in the 400 range, I believe. Yep, 421 and hardcover, so the print is big and the pages are big. Really looking forward to this. This one is a leftover from last year, Never by Ken Follett. My husband said it was great. He read it for Big Book Summer 2 years ago. Yes, he participates as well. It's 801 pages. I'm not sure I'll get to this one. We will see. Because, and I don't have it here because I don't own it yet, but on my birthday wish list, which is in July, is the novel The Love Songs of W.E.B. Du Bois. It's my book group's pick for September, so I will definitely be reading it in August. It's about 800 pages, so probably most of August we'll be reading that book. So yeah, we'll see how I do in fitting the rest of these in. I know I won't get to all of them, but that's fine. It's easygoing, it's summer, I like to have choices. So I am dying to hear what your plans are for Big Book Summer. Have you participated in the past? Do you plan to participate this year? Please let me know in the comments down below if you have any big books that have been intimidating you that you'd like to read this summer.